Imagine waking up to headlines claiming that something so unsettling had happened at Windsor that even the Prince and Princess of Wales were forced to leave their home without warning. Social media explodes. Television commentators speculate endlessly. Anonymous insiders appear from every direction, each with a different version of events. But behind every dramatic royal story lies one essential question. What is fact, what is rumor, and why do these stories spread so quickly? It all began on what appeared to be an ordinary morning at Windsor. Staff members arrived before sunrise, carrying out their familiar routines across the estate. Gardeners prepared the grounds while security teams conducted their standard patrols. Nothing seemed unusual, until a restricted area reportedly became the focus of unexpected activity. Within minutes, whispers spread among palace employees. Several security officers were allegedly seen entering an isolated section of the estate that rarely attracted attention. Radios crackled with urgent messages. Vehicles quietly repositioned themselves throughout the grounds, while certain pathways were temporarily closed without explanation. No official announcement was made. That silence only fueled speculation. Workers exchanged nervous glances but continued their duties. Visitors noticed little more than an increased security presence. Yet behind the scenes, according to the fictional scenario unfolding in this story, senior palace officials were attempting to understand an unexpected discovery that had left even experienced staff visibly unsettled. News of unusual activity never remained secret for long. Before midday, online forums dedicated to royal watching erupted with theories. Some claimed construction workers had uncovered forgotten historical artifacts beneath part of the Windsor estate. Others insisted investigators had discovered confidential royal documents hidden decades earlier. The theories became increasingly dramatic. One rumor suggested priceless treasures connected to Britain's monarchy had suddenly resurfaced. Another claimed investigators were examining hidden tunnels beneath the historic castle. Neither story was supported by evidence, but that hardly slowed the internet. As speculation intensified, attention quickly turned toward William and Catherine. Royal watchers noticed that previously scheduled appearances suddenly disappeared from unofficial fan calendars. Their absence sparked another wave of assumptions. Had their plans changed? Were they simply enjoying private family time? Or, as the rumors insisted, had they temporarily left Windsor after learning about the mysterious discovery? Within hours, sensational headlines appeared across countless websites. William and Catherine leave Windsor. Emergency security operation underway. Royal family faces shocking discovery. The headlines sounded definitive. The facts remained elusive. Inside our fictional narrative, palace advisors gathered behind closed doors to discuss how best to respond. Every major royal decision carries consequences. Releasing information too quickly can encourage unnecessary panic. Remaining silent often creates even greater speculation. It was a communications dilemma every royal household eventually faces. Meanwhile, fictional palace staff described an atmosphere unlike anything they had experienced in years. Routine meetings were postponed. Additional security teams quietly arrived. Historic records were reportedly retrieved from secure archives. Experienced officials examined every possibility before drawing conclusions. The growing mystery wasn't merely about what had been found, it was about what it could potentially mean. Across Britain, newspapers began interviewing historians, who explained that Windsor Castle has stood for centuries and contains layers of history still being explored today. Archaeologists have frequently discovered forgotten rooms, hidden passageways, and remarkable historical objects at ancient royal residences. Could this latest discovery simply represent another fascinating chapter in Windsor's long history? Or had something entirely unexpected emerged? No one seemed certain. As evening approached, attention shifted once again toward the Prince and Princess of Wales. According to our fictional scenario, advisors recommended relocating William, Catherine, and their children temporarily, while specialists completed their assessment. The recommendation wasn't necessarily because immediate danger existed. Rather, officials preferred allowing investigators unrestricted access, without creating unnecessary distractions or media attention. Even so, the optics were impossible to ignore. The mere suggestion that the future king and queen had quietly left Windsor fueled another explosion of speculation. Television commentators debated every available detail. Body language experts analyzed archived footage. Former royal correspondents revisited decades-old stories involving Windsor. The mystery continued growing larger than the evidence supporting it. One commentator reminded viewers that extraordinary claims demand extraordinary proof. Another warned audiences not to mistake online speculation for verified reporting. Those words, however, struggled to compete with sensational headlines racing across social media. Back inside the fictional palace walls, senior aides continued piecing together information. Historic maps were compared against modern architectural plans. Engineers carefully inspected sections of the property. Conservation experts documented every finding with meticulous precision. Whatever had been uncovered, officials understood its importance extended beyond today's news cycle. Windsor isn't simply a royal residence. It represents nearly 1,000 years of British history. Every discovery has the potential to reshape historians' understanding of the monarchy's past. Late that evening, another twist emerged. Anonymous online sources claimed investigators had uncovered sealed correspondence connected to a long-forgotten royal controversy. Within minutes, thousands shared the rumor. Some insisted the letters involved succession disputes. Others claimed they revealed hidden family conflicts stretching back generations. Yet no credible evidence supported any of these extraordinary claims. Still, the rumors continued multiplying. As darkness settled over Windsor, photographers waited outside hoping to capture any sign of movement. Every vehicle entering or leaving the estate became the subject of intense scrutiny. Security remained calm. Officials remained silent. The mystery deepened. Then came perhaps the biggest question of all. If William and Catherine truly had left Windsor in this fictional account, where had they gone? Some believed they had chosen another royal residence. Others speculated they were simply protecting their children's privacy while investigators completed their work. Neither possibility sounded dramatic enough for social media. Instead, increasingly imaginative theories dominated online discussions. Some posts suggested an international security concern. Others described elaborate conspiracies involving hidden royal secrets. Experts repeatedly reminded audiences that speculation often grows fastest when official information remains limited. By the following morning, fictional palace advisors recognized they faced a difficult decision: continue remaining silent, or finally address the growing storm before public imagination completely overtook reality. Behind closed doors, communications teams drafted possible statements. Every sentence required careful consideration. Too little information would encourage further rumors. Too much information could compromise an ongoing investigation, or reveal details historians still needed time to verify. The balance proved incredibly delicate. Meanwhile, William and Catherine reportedly remained focused on protecting their children from the growing media frenzy surrounding the unfolding mystery. Family routines continued as normally as possible despite relentless public attention. Those closest to the fictional royal household understood one simple truth. Sometimes the greatest challenge isn't managing a crisis, it's managing the rumors surrounding one. As anticipation reached its highest point, everyone waited for the palace to finally reveal exactly what had been discovered beneath the centuries-old walls of Windsor, and whether the truth would prove even more astonishing than the countless theories already circulating across the world. The following afternoon, the long-awaited statement finally arrived. Reporters gathered outside the gates of Windsor, cameras fixed on the entrance as a palace spokesperson stepped forward. The atmosphere was tense, fueled by nearly 24 hours of relentless speculation. Every major news outlet carried the announcement live, while millions watched online, eager to learn whether the rumors held any truth. The statement, however, was far less sensational than the internet had imagined. According to this fictional narrative, specialists conducting routine restoration work had uncovered a sealed chamber that had remained untouched for generations. Inside were historical documents, architectural drawings, and several personal items dating back centuries. While the discovery was considered significant for historians, there was no indication of any threat to the royal family or the public. Officials explained that parts of the estate had been temporarily restricted to allow conservation experts to examine the fragile materials safely and to protect the site from unnecessary attention. As for William and Catherine, the spokesperson clarified that their brief departure had been a practical decision made to ensure privacy for their family, while restoration teams and security personnel carried out their work. There had been no emergency evacuation and no immediate danger. Almost instantly, many of the dramatic online theories began to unravel. Historians welcomed the opportunity to study the newly discovered materials, describing them as a valuable glimpse into Windsor's long and fascinating history. Royal commentators reflected on how quickly speculation can outpace verified information, especially when official details are limited. Within days, William and Catherine quietly resumed their normal schedule, attending public engagements with their usual composure. Their return reassured supporters that life within the royal household had returned to normal. Although the discovery itself remained an important historical milestone, It also served as a reminder of the enduring fascination surrounding Britain's monarchy. Even the smallest unanswered question can spark worldwide discussion, but patience and verified facts ultimately provide the clearest picture. And so, what began as whispers of fear ended as a remarkable historical discovery, one that added another intriguing chapter to Windsor's centuries-old story, while reminding the world that truth is often less dramatic, yet far more meaningful, than the rumors that surround it.